Do I have a message for Tony Abbott?
Yeah.
Yep. Duck. I mean, look, I don't think this government are going to lose the next election. I don't think there's an electable opposition. It's the great tragedy of, if that's not too strong a word, of our time, that we have the most radical right-wing government we've ever elected in the history of our country, and a Labor Party which apparently stands for nothing. So it's a very, I think there's a lot of people in the middle, both Liberal and Labor, who are really alarmed at the choices we face. So it's not just a case of what Tony Abbott's doing, even though he's the man in power. You know, there are great questions about the viability and the future of the Labor Party in this country. And you know, what makes that even harder is the Greens, who have tremendous rhetoric, are strategically not very effective in what they do. Were I Prime Minister, the one thing I wouldn't be doing is attacking education, because as studies have shown, the greatest wealth and strength of any nation is not its army, it's its intellectual capital. And if we want to be competitive, then we need to be smart. And while I accept that the previous education funding model may not have been as effective as we thought, I don't think taking billions of dollars out of education as a starting point is a good thing for our future. I think the ABC is an invaluable cultural institution, and I think this needs to be looked at not just in terms of what the government's doing, but there is a broader ideological and commercial agenda here, which is News Limited, which is an American company run by an American citizen, Rupert Murdoch, has led a blatant and concerted campaign to cut the ABC down, and that's about its commercial model. A company which doesn't have your interests at heart, which is about its bottom line profit, which has meddled in the politics of this and other countries for its own gain, which has been responsible for some of the great journalistic outrages, the phone hacking scandal in England being the most recent in the history of journalism, is attempting to take away from you and an ordinary Australian citizen a cultural resource, a news resource, and a professional resource which you have paid for, which is here entirely for your benefit, which is here to hold your government to account, which is yours. That's what's actually happening here. This is not just about an ideology, a political ideology, which the Liberal Party have. It's actually about an attempt to take away from Australians their voice and their critic and their questioner of those in power, and replace it with an American multinational with an extremely dodgy record and a very low moral compass.